Welcome to EnduringTechnologyPress.com. I'm Eric. And I think for the seasons there are some flavors that, at least for me, really define that transition. You don't know that summer's really arrived until you've got that first tomato that's fresh from the garden. And summer has to be halfway through when you can rob those potatoes from the garden and make your first fresh potato salad with the tiny fingerling tomatoes. Fall really kicks off when you've got your cider. Winter is all about the hearty soups and things like potato leek soup with sour cream and the bacon on it. And for spring, well, at least for me, spring has to be defined by the taste of maple syrup and maple candy especially, and particularly teal d'érable or maple toffee. And whether you're tapping a few trees in your own backyard or going out to a cider or a maple bush, or headed out to get a can of syrup and make it yourself, it's really easy to do. What you do is you boil your syrup until you reach the softball stage, and you can tell that in two ways. One, it's either a temperature with a candy thermometer of 235 degrees Fahrenheit, or you can look at how the syrup flows on a spoon. And what you want to see is that when it cools, it develops that softer texture. So you could judge that way. If you're going to fault with a spoon, fault a little bit more towards the hardball stage. So I've got the syrup on, the stove, boiling it down. When we've got to the right stage, we'll come back and we'll show you how we finish up in a couple seconds and make an awesome dessert. Okay, so we're back. And we've got our syrup, and it's boiled. It's sort of caramelized a little bit. You can see a little bit of a darker color. And more importantly, when it cools a little bit, you can see that it gets stringier. So what you're going to do, either ice or crushed snow, and sometimes at this time of the year, it's almost harder to find snow than it is the syrup. You're going to do a few lines on the snow to let it crystallize. And you can see as it flows down, it's starting to cool and harden. And what you're going to do here now, usually you'd use a popsicle stick. We're short on popsicle sticks, so we're going to use a couple skewers. Dip it in and then fold it up. And you've got a taste of spring. So for this and other cool things that you can do to empower your independence, go to EnduringTechnologyPress.com. Thanks. Spring.